Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel Held Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you see and want to see more. Coming up in today's video, Catalans Dragons versus Hull KR at the Stade Gilbert Brutus and my report on said match. So here we go, the first semi-final of the Super League playoffs 2021, and we have Catalans Dragons versus Hull KR. Both teams have made changes, and one that I reported on yesterday came true for the game. So let's have a look at the starting lineups. So as expected, Sam Tompkins did not make the starting lineup for the Dragons, but Joel Tompkins did, and so did Michael McAlorum. So they've got their number one pack out for the team and are at full strength. Tom Davis is on the wing after a 15 try season, while James Maloney in possibly one of his final games for Catalan before going semi-pro but staying in France. It'll be an interesting team, but I think the introductions from Udemon, Dudson and Cassiano on the bench will make it an interesting goal forward for Catalans during the game. And the first thing that we need to talk about is the inclusion in Ryan Hall into the left wing position. Yes, he's been so good for the Hull KR team this season, but he still has that bicep tear, so it's quite a risk. As I reported, the staff said, the medical staff that is, said that it will not get worse, but it can't get any better. All he needs is one hit on that arm and it could put him out of the rest of the game. It is a risk, but it's a calculated one. You know you want your best winger on the pitch if he's scoring tries. In other places, it is as you were for Hull KR, as Albert Vete is on the bench, Muiz Mustafa, with Will Tate, who drops to the bench from wing last week, and Jimmy Kinehorst on the bench also. But we have Takarangi, Sean Kenny Dowd, Mikey Lewis, Jordan Abdul, and then the forward pack, who did very, very well for Hull KR against Warrington, setting up that platform of goal forward. So we have kick-off at the Stade Gilbert Brutus, and it is Catalan who kick off first. The referee James Child blows the whistle at this full house for the game between them and Hull KR. On the first set, Hull KR get to their kick, and Abdul's bomb is dropped by Morgs in the first couple of minutes, resulting also getting them a high tackle call as well inside the Catalan 10-metre line. Hull KR run it, and it comes to nothing, unfortunately, after 4 sets. The crowd is deafening already. They're well behind the home favourites, as there's a near 12,000 capacity house in place. Hull KR are let off by Maloney's 40-20 as it's just kicked out of the kick from outside the 40-metre line on the 3rd minute. Ben Crooks hits the line and loses it in contact on the returning set around 30 metres out. Bus gets offloads and Catalan work it to the right, and it goes out of touch via a Hull KR hand. A critical hand by Ryan Hall, but one that's needed. So on the return, Catalan attack the line with Morgs, who hits a great right foot step, and he wriggles free from the first tackle, but the second tackle touches him as he gets the ball on the line after this touch, but it's called up as a no try, and it was confirmed as a double movement by the video referee. It's just saying much more. If Artem Morgs got a little bit more together, he would be fantastic. He would be running the show all the way through the game. On the 9th minute, on the returning set from the penalty that was given for the double movement, Catalan attacked the line with, and on the last, they put up a bomb, and challenging it is Langi for Catalan and Dagger for Hull KR. Langi rises the highest and batties the ball back, and the former hits the floor with an almighty whack. He's holding his back desperately, but as this all is going on, Benjamin Garcia picks up the ball from about 5 to 7 metres out, and he's being dragged back, but he's got enough power to get over the line for the first score of the game, which James Maloney adds to make it 6-0. First try of the playoffs for the Catalans homegrown player, and it's well deserved for Catalan. They've been the better side of the two so far. After this, it goes into an arm wrestle, and it's not until the 20th minute before we see something happen. But the momentum going with Catalan at this point, Abdul has got the ball in around about the 3rd tackle, and he smacks it for a 40-20. No, it's not a 40-20, it's a 30-20 he's hit it that far. And Hull KR cannot capitalise on this fantastic kick. It deserves so much more. They had the ball and the possession in the Catalans 20. On 0 tackle as well. Hull KR are now finding joy with Sean Kenny Dowell and Kane Lynette down the left-hand side of the attack, and multiple bombs from Jordan Abdul, and his kicking starts to see the Hull KR playmaker get more and more involved and scaring Arthur Morgs with these pinpoint accurate kicks. Cassiano is on though, and the fans absolutely love him. The crowd actually roared as soon as he got the ball, and he gets a bomb on the result of his first pen on his first tackle, as it's a one-on-one strip. Well, it's more than one-on-one strip, should I say. Catalans think they're in as the ball is over the top to Yar on the left-hand edge, but it was called forward by the linesman after some great neat play between Morgs, Drinkwater and McAlorum. In the return, Abdul's bomb again is not fielded. How can Catalan keep getting away with all these these kicks not being taken? And how can Hull KR not capitalise for the same thing? Number 7, as I said, for Hull KR is getting more and more involved. But a smart kick by Maloney is fielded by Will Dagger, and he breaks away, finding a pass for Mikey Lewis. But Langi is back with a great tackle around about 30 metres away from his own try line. After the fumble, Langi is called for a knock-on, a couple of tackles in, and Hull KR play it. And Drinkwater finds himself in where the ball is supposed to be, in the attacking line. And he intercepts the ball, not thinking too much extra, he just runs, and no one can catch him. And he goes over for the second try of the game, which is left of the post after a 75 to 80 metre run. I'm sure by the end of the night it'll be a 100 metre catch with Usain Bolt not being able to catch him. It was one of those moments, shall we say that? James Maloney added the 2, and it's 12-0 as we go in closer towards the half time. After a contentious knock-on though by Hull KR, called for Hull KR, should I say, they have a lot of field position, and they sprint it through their hands to their left, and their attack is on point again as Sean Kenny Dowell goes over to make it 12 points to 4, which Abdul unfortunately is unable to add the extras to. A few minutes later, Catalans are on the attack, and the ball is in the Hull KR's 20, and the ball goes to Morgs, and he passes the ball on, but it's behind his receiver, who knocks it on into the whole KR defence. And that's where we end the half, at 12 points to 4 to Catalan Dragons. It's a fantastic game, end to end. Yes, a lot of fumbles, but we've come to expect that with the semi-finals that have gone on so far. And it's a lot closer than I would have thought. Yes, it's showing form as Hull KR, even though they've been beat 3 times this season off Catalans, they have shown that they could stay in the game with them. Excuse me. So let's see how the second half muscles out. So the second half began with a OKR kickoff, and straight away, Catalan motored down the pitch with brilliant runs, and then reached the last, which James Malone puts up a bomb for, and the kick by Will Dagger is knocked back into the field of play towards his own try line. And after the video ref looks at it a couple of times, adjudges that Artem Morgs has grounded the ball and makes it 16 points to 4. James Maloney wasn't able to convert this try, but it's a great start for the Catalan Dragons just after half time. After a decent kick on the last during the 46th minute and a penalty, Hull KR are in great position, but Albert Vette's offload is read easily by Cassiano, and this comes to naught for KR. Another Abdul bomb on the 48th minute causes Catalans discomfort, but this time, as it bounced in the field of play on the left-hand wing, it just dribbles out of touch. They need more of that to continue and causing problems for the Catalan Dragon, but they need ball in hand. A huge roar for Morgs as he fields his first massive bomb from Abdul. The teams are trading position and kicks at on the last now, always going to the bomb. On the 53rd minute, a penalty call for McAloran passing deliberately into Kindors at the play of the ball. Penalty for deliberate play against Catalan. It's one of those that could have went either way, to be fair. It's just referee's interpretation. A desperation offload by Hull KR finds space and a way through, but it comes to nothing no matter how good it looked. They were playing off the cuff, passing left, passing right, passing all over, just keeping the ball going, no tackles, and it comes to the last and then knock on, unfortunately. We're coming up to the 60-minute mark, and both teams are just 20 minutes away from a grand final and being the 9th team, only the 9th team, to reach the grand final in 26 years. After a great break by Davis on the right wing for Catalan, after a superb offload by Mike McMeekin, Catalans have the ball in the Hull KR's 20. The ball is passed left to the left-hand side, where it finds Mike Whitley, who does a cutout pass to Fuid Yaha across the front of Sami Sonilangi, and he powers over on the left corner for the try. It was a great effort from both Whitley for the pass and also Yaha for his run. It was all power. He needed to get into that corner and no one was stopping him. No one did. Unfortunately, Maloney misses his kick to make that 4-6, but the score goes out to 20 points to 4 to Catalan Dragons. Catalans could have wrapped it up on the 63rd minute as Tompkins powers onto a pass by Maloney from inside the Hull KR 20, 15 metres out. And as he spun in the tackle and on landing, going down to ground the ball, he reaches out to put the ball down, but the ball slips from his grasp at the last second. So close, and would have been a fitting send-off at the Stade Gilbert Brute for the Catalans forward, who's going to leave at the end of the season. Seasons may not be up though. There may be one more game. On the 67th minute, the last tackle, Catalan goal left, and after A kick by Drinkwater. A grubber is put in to the gap for Joe Chan to pick up and put pressure on for the try. Joe Chan is Alex Chan's son, who is a former player at Catalans and is also their marketing manager at the club. Maloney adds the extras to stretch the lead out even further to 26 points to 4. Catalans on the 70th minute are back on the attack, and a great grubber from McAlorin forces a dropout. OKR, though, to their credit, recover the situation, and Lewis kicks for space. And as he does so, he's taken out in the chase for the ball. So the referee, by the rules of the game, has to give a penalty where the ball is picked up. They are deep in the Catalans' half now, around 20 metres out. And another penalty is called straight after for a high tackle. For offside, sorry. But Michael McAlorin on the resulting set jumps out from dummy half, and he gets a great tackle in on Mikey Lewis just to squelch any momentum that was being built towards the Catalans try line. And it slows down the play, and it becomes all fumbly from OKR as they pass it right, but the ball sails out of touch. OKR are in for a 6-point try on the 72nd minute as Abdul kicks a fantastic conversion from the touch. A fumble by Catalan in the returning set gifts the ball and territory to OKR yet again, and they work the ball to the left hand side where their Lynette, Sean Kenny Dowd and Ryan Hall connection joins up once again, with Ryan Hall getting the ball in the corner and putting the ball down for a 26 points to 10 scoreline. And Catalan decide to shut up shop, start calming it down now. And after a couple of high shots and a hands in the tackle call for penalties, James Maloney has great field position in front of the sticks from about 20 metres out. So he decides to go for 2. And he converts it to push the lead to 28 points to 10. And that's how it stays. There was one little attack at the end from OKR, but it didn't reach the 20 metre line of Catalans. And the game finishes 28 points to 10. Now you all want to know who is my man of the match. And I could say numerous players in this game. I could say the likes of Jordan Abdul, because his kicking caused Catalan no ends of problem during the game. Unfortunately, not much came of those kicks, as neither team were close enough to do something about them. So I'm going to go with a home side win. Win of the player of the game. And my choice is not the illustrious sort, the man that was in the background, but pulling all the strings. It's Josh Drinkwater. No two ways about it. Every time that he got the ball, something happened. Whether it was on kicks, or passes out wide, how he was a first receiver, set up 2 tries, kicks to the in-goal area, set up 1, and also he scored one himself from inside his own half. Yes, I'm saying inside his own half because it could be anywhere in the inside of his half. So with rugby player exaggerations, it could be his goal line, or it could be 1 metre inside of his own half. But that's beside the point. He did what he needed to do during the entire game. So, my man of the match, Josh Drinkwater. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember, like, subscribe and share this video worldwide. I need your help to grow our wonderful sport, and for you and everyone else to keep watching our wonderful sport. I can only do so much. Tell me in the comments what your thoughts of the video, how things are going, and also what your thoughts are on the stories today. But in the meantime, I will wish you all the best. Stay safe, and also I'll catch you in the next video.